In today's installment of the Meet My Snake series, we meet my big girl, Jenny. Stick around. Let's go. Hey everybody, it's Adam at Proper Royals. Thank you for joining me today. This is our next installment of the Meet My Snake ball python series, where I'm going through and I'm introducing everybody to each of my snakes. We do a little bit of a deep dive, 5, 7, 10 minutes at most, and talk through each of the stories of each of my snakes. And hey, I got thinking about it. I don't push the old subscribe and like buttons too very often for you, but I'm coming up on 90 videos. There's got to be something on there if you're into ball pythons that you'll enjoy. So hook me up with a subscribe if you don't mind, if you're enjoying what's happening here. Let's get right to the story of this girl, because she is one of my favorite stories and there's some good lessons in there. So I bought her about 9 months ago as just a mature female pastel. I wanted to take a stab at breeding season last year, and she was the right price, rather inexpensive, and right price, right time, right availability, and she looked beautiful. Look how big she is first. And she is a pastel, and she's listed as a citrus pastel, which I think is just a line of pastel that somebody kind of gave a nifty name to. But to their credit and hers, look how vivid she is as a mature female. A lot of pastels just brown out and really kind of look normal. Look how vivid her colors are. She just stays vivid, right? Pattern breakup is good. Pretty quintessential pastel. She's got the nice green eyes. I'm gonna try and get a picture of her eyes for you as well. So I bought her and all was fine. Got her. I was a little bit disappointed in some of the transaction stuff from the breeder, so I actually don't shout out that breeder. But nonetheless, the snake is healthy and I'm happy with her. After I have her for maybe a month or so, I'm following the breeder online and he shows a picture of her last clutch, and lo and behold, the pairing was this girl, pastel, to a het clown male. Now here's where it gets interesting. The eggs hatch and kryptons are hatched. The cryptic gene is a fairly newly discovered gene that causes a real breakup in pattern, but it does really neat things with the clown gene. And it's kind of like Candy and Candino in that a het cryptic and a het clown will actually produce a visual offspring. And that's what that pairing did. And that means that she is het for cryptic. Interestingly enough, before the guy announced his findings, which I was able to spot, he nonchalantly emails me and says, "Hey, I'll buy her back from you." No explanation, no nothing. And I probably wouldn't have sold her because I bought her for a reason and I like her and I want her in my collection, but it was also kind of underhanded. It didn't explain, the scenario. I can't say I would have sold her back, but I can say I would have been a whole lot more likely to if he had given me an honest assessment of the situation and made me an honest offer reflecting her new value as a mature het cryptic. Then I might have done business with the guy, especially if we could have stayed in touch afterwards and maintained our relationship. She's been busy breeding this year. One interesting lesson in buying a mature female is that you don't know their full breeding history. I know that she laid last year, and I'm willing to bet that as a pastel, she laid 2 or 3 years in a row, and the breeder got impatient and felt that she was used up for what he needed as a simple single gene pastel that he thought that she was. And so he sold her, and that means that she needed a year off, which she did not go this year. She bred a lot, but she didn't go this year. And she's been off food for about 2 months. I need to get her feeding again. Might even have to go back to live here if she goes much more into the summer. But when you buy a mature female, you don't know the full breeding history and if they'll be ready to go. So I almost like buying sub-adults that I know are virgins and will be ready for the first breeding season shortly. Look at this girl. This is beautiful, huh? So at her biggest, she was huge. About 2,400 grams at her biggest right now. She's probably kicking about 1,700. And I'll really work on getting her feeding. It's very late in May right now, heading into June, so actually going to get her feeding real quick. Moving day is coming up. I'm going to move my whole collection to Florida, so I'll get them situated in Florida. It's going to be high time for her to start getting back on feeding again and start building up for the fall breeding season. Take a look at the patterns on the sides of her. She doesn't really have any classic alien heads, more keyholes. Do have one alien head there towards the back, but a pretty classic broken up pastel pattern. Pastel that's keeping her colors very nicely. The nice yellow coming up the bottom here. Again, a good clean green eye. The top of her head, it washes out a little bit as a pastel. And just look how sweet and inquisitive this girl is. She's just beautiful and she's got some iridescent purples and blacks that come out. The Krypton gene is a fairly new gene. I'm excited to work with it. I'm excited to be at the early level. I have a male clown that I've been breeding her with, that I'll continue to breed her with to create Kryptons. And I've got some het clowns that will be banana het clowns coming this year that I would like to breed her with next season. Since she didn't go this season, it'd be great to see some banana Kryptons. Those would be, I don't think they'll be world first, but they'll be very new. There's a lot of cool genes that I want to get in that Krypton and Clown project. I'm excited for what that future holds. I also really like the banana clowns, so I think there's a lot of potential with banana Kryptons as well. So keep it here to keep an eye out on all of our future Meet the Snake episodes, as well as everything that we have going on here at Proper Royals, breeding plans, and what becomes of this girl, Jenny. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, see ya.